Oops. Hello. All right, we are going to do some stitching. All right. I think I said we were going to do these areas, but I changed my mind. We're going to do something else. I just haven't quite decided. I have an idea of what I want to go there, and it's not working out how I want it to. So I need to reimagine. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do some window outlines and do this window here. And then we will finish up these tomorrow after I have a little bit more time to think on it. So, all right, so let's get out some colors. I don't remember what I have going. Okay, so we're gonna start with this window over here. And we're gonna use our dark purple for that. So we've got our DMC 550 first. Now, we are going to learn a stitch I've never taught before. Are we excited? So what we're gonna do is a herringbone stitch. Let's see if I can zoom it. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is draw a grid. You can make this bigger or smaller, but try and, anyways, I'm gonna do, I want 4 stitches. I want 4 lines. So I'm gonna go half first and then these other 2. Okay. And then I want these squares to be as even as possible, so they're like as square as they can be. This area is really small. We're not gonna be able to fit as many stitches in there as I thought we were going to, but that's okay. So I'm going to do this with just 2 strands, and then we'll outline it with a little bit more, but all right, here we go. 2 strands, 550. If you're doing the original colors, we just did white. So you can do white if you want. Sorry, I'm getting a little knot first. Hold on 1 second. I've been practicing. So this is how it's gonna look. Don't look at this part. This is what it's gonna look like. Okay? So stick with me. It's gonna get a little weird, but we're gonna live through it. Okay, so we're gonna start at the corner and go down to this other corner. And then we're gonna go halfway over and come up. And then this area is so small. So normally a herringbone stitch is, you have like X's that are not perpendicular. These are gonna be off a little bit. Anyways, we're coming up in the middle, so we're gonna go down in the middle as well. So we're making an X, but it's gonna be offset a little bit. So it's not like a perpendicular line. And then we're gonna come up on this corner and go down at this corner and come up in the middle, down in the middle. And when I say like the middle and edge, I mean like these little stitches that we made. So down on the corner. then I'm gonna come back over here, and now we're gonna do it the opposite way. So we're gonna go this one corner to corner. If we had just a little bit more space, it would look a little bit more like elongated, but and then as much as you can, try and use these same holes. So this one went corner to corner, so this one is gonna go middle to middle. And we want those to connect, so middle to middle, and then corner to corner. So it's kind of like an interlocking, like diamond design. So up in the middle, down in the middle, up in the corner, down in the corner. Yeah? I feel like I get confused if I try to go right to left. So I'm just going back to the left side every time. Oh, see, we don't want to do that. Hold on. Hold on. Now we got to do it like we did the first row. So we got to go up to this top corner. That'll keep them interlocking. Odd rows are the same. Even rows are the same. And then we go back to the middle, down in the middle. Yeah? Now you could always just do regular X's if you wanted. I saw this stitch and I thought, oh my gosh, that would be so cute in a window. And I have just been wanting to do it ever since. So it just is a little bit of a twist on like a diamond, like privacy window kind of a thing, is what I'm imagining. All right. And then this one goes the opposite way. What is this stitch called? It's called a herringbone stitch. And normally, let me finish this really quick and then I'll show you. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, I gotta go back one. Hang on, I'm almost done and then I'll finish my train of thought on this. So normally it would look a little bit more elongated. So like, whoops, instead of going up like halfway, I was going like a quarter of the way in, because like a halfway would be like right here. So normally it looks a little bit more open and elongated. Like if you look at like just this row, it's supposed to be more like elongated, but with the space that we have, it's a little bit more scrunched in. But it's cute. Okay, so now that we have that in there, we can just go ahead and outline our window. So I'm just gonna do a straight stitch on these windows just to like outline it, and then we'll move on to our other windows. This is nothing fancy. I'm just going corner to corner and outlining it. There. And then we gotta get that chalk line off. I have like a little baby toothbrush that I'll go in and kind of scrub at that a little bit, but I like it. Okay, window number one. We have one more new stitch to learn today. A buttonhole wheel, but we're not gonna do a full wheel. We're gonna do half of a wheel. All right. We're gonna start up here. Now these windows, I have them all kind of different colored. So on the teal, I was gonna do orange windows, and then on the purple, I was gonna do like the yellowy green. So I'm gonna stick with that. So I'm gonna use 12. You can use something else if you would like, but I'm gonna use 12 because we haven't used it yet. All right, and I am just going to use 3 strands. I've already got it separated because this is a scrap piece. The original colors, we just did white. More of the white. Okay, so with a buttonhole wheel, it creates kind of just like an open spoked wheel. But we're just gonna do a half one. We're gonna start here and end here. So what we do is we want to start on an edge, and we're gonna end it in the center. This is one of those ones that we got to keep our loops open. So we're gonna come and always go up on the outside, down in the center. So depending on how close you do your stitches will be like how close your spokes are together. So we're gonna I'm gonna go about here. And I'm trying to get it like as close to that purple as possible or in the same holes. And pull it pretty tight because our next stitch is going next to it. I mean, like they hold tension with each other. So pull it pretty tight, keep it pretty snug, and then we're gonna go down in the center again. And then when we come back up, we come up again on the edge. And then we pull it snug. So always down in the middle, up on the outside. And we're keeping it pretty snug when we do that. Down in the center. Edge. Hold on, I think I have a knot there. And then one more. We're just gonna go straight over right here. Oh, we gotta go back and do this side too. Sorry, we'll have to do just a straight stitch. Okay, so we're gonna end this like we do our detached chain stitches, and we're just gonna tack that down on the other side of it. And to hold that down, I'm gonna come up in the middle, down over here. There. So cute. Now you could do these closer together. If you want to. I did mine, I wanted to be able to see that like open because it's a window. But if you want to do them closer together, you can. And then I'm just gonna come and outline these windows. I'm not gonna do the bottom line because the roof would cover it up. Yeah? Now, originally I had this window drawn like this and these going all the way up. Same here. Okay. You can do that and just, that curved line. We haven't done a stem stitch, I just realized. I was gonna say you could stem stitch this. All right, let's learn one more stitch today. No big deal. Okay, third stitch of the day in 20 minutes. Perfect. So you can do what I'm gonna do and do a stem stitch, or you could just make this curved part and do like we just did right here and make these curved like that and then break them down, or not break them down. You could just have just the center and then do this over here like that. So you can do it either way. I'm going to show you a stem stitch so that if you don't want to do this again, you can do, I think I do like that though. Anyways, let me show you a stem stitch because we haven't learned it and it's a good one. Okay, so with a stem stitch on a curved line, what we want to do is keep, it's going to be another one where we do, let me just explain. Okay, so we're going to go forward a stitch and then we're going to keep our loop open like we've been doing on a few stitches. Keep that open, and then we're going to come up in the middle of that stitch, and then we're going to pull it snug. Okay, so then this, whatever length this first stitch is, we want this second stitch to be the same, but it's going to go from the middle up. So it's going to go to about here. And then we're just going to repeat that process. So we've got our loop open, and then we're going to come up in the middle, which is the end of our first stitch, and then pull it snug. Now, I always pull my stem stitches backwards, like towards where I've already worked. I feel like it makes them lay more flat. So let me show you if I pull it the other way. So we're gonna come up in the middle. So I won't pull it up because then it doesn't lay quite as flat. But if I pull it this way, then it pulls a little bit more flat. The big thing is when you're doing a curved line is to make sure that your loop, this loop here, is on the outside of your curve. We don't want to do it this way and then come up and then pull it tight. We want that loop to stay up on the outside of the curve. So like if you're doing a circle, your loop will always be on the outside of that circle. So you can do this for a straight line too. Just keep your loop on whatever side you want it on and just leave it on that side every time to keep it like cohesive. Okay, now when we get to the end of our curve, we're just gonna go back down and finish that. So then it gives kind of like a twisted effect. I'm trying to decide. I guess I'll keep going since I've already started this. So straight lines are just the same. I'm just gonna keep, now I'm right-handed, so I'm stitching with my right hand. So my loops are, I almost always have my loop on the left side. But if you were left-handed, you could keep it on, like start on the right side and then work it that way. That might be easier. Now you could actually do this down here as well and just do a stem stitch and then just like spider web this out if you want to. I really like a buttonhole wheel just because I think it's, well, it's fun to stitch, but it's cute too. So anyways, I hope I didn't overwhelm you with stitches today. That was kind of a lot in a very short time period. Tomorrow might be similar. Love them both. Yeah, they're cute. They're both cute. They each have their uses. So if one doesn't work, you can always do the other. You could always do this with more strands as well, make it thicker. I just kept with my 3 strands because that's what I had down here. And more strands doing like the buttonhole wheel is definitely not going to leave very much room for you to like be able to see through. Like it won't leave as much negative space. So kind of keep that in mind as you're stitching. As you're picking your thread, number of threads. I'm just gonna work until I run out of thread and then we'll just do some of the windows on the tower and then I'll let you go for the day. Real close, wanting to make it to the bottom of this window. So you see how that curve happened and now my loop is on the other side. Keep it on the same side the whole time. So now we're just upside down. If you're holding your hoop in your hand though, then you can just turn it as you work. Love your nails, they match your house. Yes. That was on purpose. I have another set of Halloween nails, but they're like all black and white, and I wanted the purple, so which nails? Okay, so I'm gonna leave that, but then once you get your edges done, just do the same thing that I did down here and just outline. So you can put in like your cross hatches, is that what it's called? But just go in with however many strands you did on the outside and just fill that in. And then I'll do a couple of these and then we'll call it a day. So I'm gonna stick with my 3 strands. You can definitely do thicker. You don't have to keep this as thin. I like to use up my scraps and I've got 3 strands left over from yesterday. So that's what I'm gonna use. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing that I was doing over on the other side or on all of these windows. I'm just gonna outline. So normally when I'm doing windows, I do all of my center lines or all of my horizontal lines first, and then I go over them with the vertical lines. It's a little bit easier, like for these, I don't know, for like the lines that like they're gonna go down and then a stitch is gonna go over it. It's easier if you do these ones that have a stitch that go over them first. than to try and stitch like the edge and then go do the centers, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, look at that pop of color. How fun is that? Look how cute. I'm very excited. Okay, too cute. I almost did these all the same color and then I was like, no, let's mix it up. That bright orange is just way fun. Now, here's my thread saving thing. So instead of going up here and going down and then going over and going up, because then I have to come all the way down here to stitch, but I ended here. So if I go over here and go up, then I can go over and down. So do my thread up and then down at the top, and then up at the top, and then down. Then I can just go straight from here down to here. I try and think about that a little bit when I'm stitching. I don't know. Maybe you don't care. Love the neon. Yes. Yes, Kelly, we love the neon. It's just so fun. And it doesn't make the porch look quite as bright now that we've got some other bright colors on here. The porch was like, whoa, real bright. It won't feel so bright once we get everything else on there. Okay. All right, so our windows to finish, we'll do these ones another day, like when we do our porch railing, because we're gonna do these ones as shutters. And so you can leave this set of windows, but if you want to complete these ones on the top, these ones on the tower, and then these ones over here, they're all the same. All of that. And then we'll do these windows. We'll probably do the windows and the door together, because I want to do shutters. So kind of keep that in your mind while you're stitching your windows. Oh, I got a knot, hang on. Yellow or orange on the side. On this side, I'm gonna do it the same. So purple and purple, greenish yellow. I don't know what even color this is. It's really bright, like neon yellow, orange, green. I mean, yellow, green. So red in the middle, yellow on the outsides. I tried to match up the colors so the purple siding goes with the yellow windows. Probably should have done this one orange since these ones are, but too late. Okay. So there we are. I will finish these right now. That's fat. Well, I have to finish my siding over here before I can do the windows over here, but I will for sure finish these, but I'm just getting like more and more behind. But anyways, all right. Enjoy today. I hope you guys find this one fun. I want to see them because I know it's a small space, but it's a cute stitch. So anyways, have a great day and I will be back tomorrow. I will have a definite plan for our little areas here. And yeah, have a good afternoon and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.